Okay, so this is a 2015 Tahoe with the 5.3 with the cylinder 6 misfire, which is going to be the third injector down from the front to the back, I guess you could say. And right now, I did already take it apart. I didn't record none of that, but I have the ECM connector disconnected, which is going to be for that side is that connector, the gray one. You want to pull off the little protector, the little connector protector deal. And on this one, for one side and the other side of the connector, it's going to be the sixth pin, or at least for that injector. So it's going to be the sixth one down on both ends, on the opposite ends of each other, is going to be the two that go to that connector right there for the injector. So right here, I have some pins in there, and my leads do have a little bit of resistance, so the 0.9 is pretty normal. And then I have it plugged into that one. You don't need those little pin adapters, but since I was making the video, I kind of wanted to have my hands a little bit more free, so I'm using them. If not, you can just put the lead on each end, And here, just doing the same thing, pretty much ohming out the whole circuit, making sure there's no resistance or an open or anything along that circuit. There is a harness that runs along the fuel rail itself, and I ohmed that out too. Check for resistance just from one end to one end, and then from that connector all the way back to the PCM as well. And then I connected it all together and ran directly from the injector connector all the way back to the PCM, and it was fine. So now I'm just ohming out the injector. I'm actually not too sure if this is like an actual proper test for these, but I just did it just because I wanted to see. And we have 8 ohms of resistance there, or mega ohms, I guess. And on so that's going to be your A cylinder. And on the cylinder I'm checking right now, I believe it was cylinder 2 has 1.8, so it's a lot less. I did go ahead and check all the other injectors just to confirm that they're all like 1.6, 1.8. They're all around there except that one injector. Cylinder 6 was the only one that had 8 point something mega ohms. Pretty much confirmed that injector is no bueno. I'm doing a voiceover, so I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, okay, so I'm just showing the new injectors coming from, I just received the new injector, I guess. And we're going to start taking that apart, and those hard lines come off with a 17. I just wiggle it around because I'm dumb. But once you break them loose, you just roll them out. It is going to spray because it's high pressure, and you're supposed to relieve it somehow. I never do. I just crack them loose, and it kind of just sprays out a little bit, and that's it. That was a free sound effect. And once you get that out, you're going to take those 13s off. It's going to be 4 of them. And here I'm just showing you guys that I removed the last one, which is, I don't know, just for visuals. And I'm just removing the rest of the lines because you have to kind of get them out of the way. That's a 10 millimeter that's holding that one up right there. Normally I think there is a special tool for it, but I just use pry bars and pry it out. And in this case, it was really, really stuck on there. And yeah, I know nobody ever records when they struggle, and I didn't because I was actually having a hard time getting it out. So it was the 2 cylinders in the back, so 6 and 8 were just like seized in there, and I couldn't get it out. It took me a long time. Eventually I got it out, but I even used that big ass pry bar. Okay, so here I guess I'm just showing you guys that that's where they go, the injectors, I guess. I don't remember why I recorded this, but to release the injector, they have these little retaining clips, and I just use a flat blade screwdriver and pop it out. It's not super difficult to do. Once you get like kind of like a little angle in there, it'll start coming out. And I tried to take it off with my hands. Obviously, I couldn't, so there's that. I think I ended up using the screwdriver again and popping it out off camera, of course. That's the new injector for cylinder 6, which is the only one we're going to be replacing. This is a customer pay ticket, so we're not trying to sell them all of them. maybe it'd be a good thing. Here I'm just showing you guys where I would actually pry on it. And you kind of just like, go back and forth, rock them, and they will slide up. Even if they're super seized. Here's some new intake gaskets for the intake. And it's all put together. Everything looks good. I usually double check, triple check my stuff, make sure everything's tight and torqued down. Here we're gonna go ahead and just crank it up. Well, maybe if I put the ignition forward, it'll actually communicate. So communicating, I'm gonna look at the misfire graphs just to confirm that cylinder 6 is no longer misfiring. It was a constant misfire, and I didn't get to record it because I didn't think I was gonna make a video on it. I wasn't too sure if I wanted to do that or not. So, but I ended up recording a decent amount. So I was like, let me try and see what's up. And I think here I'm struggling to turn it on because I didn't pressurize the system or anything. So when I'm doing voiceover, I guess that you can't hear the audio, but I think it's on already, and there's no more misfire on cylinder 6. It's all looking pretty good. It was running really smooth. That's it. That's removing it.